Welcome back, everyone, to the channel and to the Roxie the Revenant Triple Death Challenge. Survival mode of the Long Dark. We've just taken a nap here in the abandoned lookout, coastal highway, and basically we're getting ready to decide if we want to make the journey to Mystery Lake or if we want to wait until morning. I'm waking up heavy. I'm not sure. I'm holding 28 pieces of coal, so that's why. But I think what I want to do is at least spend a little bit of time getting organized to go, in terms of heating up some tea and also boiling the rest of this water so that I don't have non-potable water sitting here. I want to look and see. Yeah, okay, so I've got lots of tea, and if I drop the coal, I'm pretty much ready to walk. So, what do I have for fire starting? Several sticks, a couple books. Yeah. Starting a fire, I think, is the next best thing, and we'll see where that takes us. I'm trying to think ahead of where we'll go, because we're going to have to cross the ravine, and we're going to have to make it all the way to the dam before we can sleep. So what I might do is just get organized here and then try to walk to the train unloading trailer tonight, because that's still a little bit of a hoof to get over there. And then we'll sleep there for the night and make a fire in the train tunnel in the morning, heat up all of the tea, and then get moving. I'm leaving the heavy hammer behind in the forge, so we're going to have to come back here if and when we run out of arrows. I don't have too many arrows. I do have a lot of coal, but I have no metal and I have no saw. Oh, I do have a saw. That's okay. I'm going to use 10 for now. And that'll at least get us started. Eventually we might come back over here. So that's the plan. We're going to stick to it. Boil a little bit of water. Heat up the tea. Head to the train unloading trailer and see what time it is when we get there. Probably do a little bit of running so that we can be tired and let the darkness let us sleep in the dark. I think I will burn one piece of this coal because I'm going to be leaving a lot of it behind. That'll take an hour. And what else can I do? Nothing much. Let's just get everything heated up. Just gonna drop everything. Some of this stuff's probably a little far away. Now, I've been noticing that there's like some distances where it will stay hot, and then some where it'll say that it's gonna burn. I'm gonna try to experiment with that right now and see. So see, that says 30 minutes until burned. Now it's 8 minutes until ready. That's weird. 28 minutes until burned. 5 minutes until ready. That I was not expecting. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Alright, that one says hot. So, I'm wondering if it's like a proximity to the fire thing. See, that one says hot and it's staying orange. This one says hot and it's got no color. So those are all hot now. That one's hot. It's almost like there's a radius to the fireplace. Maybe it has to do with picking them up and putting them down again. Let's just put this one right back where we... So 4 minutes until ready. These ones have been sitting over here for a while. They're just staying hot. Let's put this one back in front. 1 minute until ready. So they're definitely cooling when they're not showing orange. But it seems like when you set them down again, so that one's too close. Like these don't really look like they're at risk of burning. I don't know. Can't quite figure it out. If you know, in the comments, leave a note. We'll mess with it a little bit more here, but these ones are definitely maintaining. Now they all seem like they're just going to stay hot. They definitely would have, you know, gone bad by now. Or burned. Alright, it's getting a little bit dark. I'm going to pick up all my stuff so I don't forget all of our materials. So I'll need to take this water with me. And I'm actually not that heavy. I could probably leave a little bit of coal in here just so that I can come back and have something to work with. Seems like an acceptable amount of weight to carry across the map. Alright. Put a few more sticks in here. I'm gonna make a torch or two. I want to make sure I get these in here. I'm just gonna take as much torch as I can before we lose the fire. Excuse me, and there it is. Okay. A little bit heavy, but a lot of it's consumable goods with the torches and firewood. We are not even close to losing temperatures. This is gonna be good. I hear a wolf already. The thing about Interloper is like everything's going swimmingly right now. We've got enough food, we've got the clothing to stay warm, we've got enough supplies to be relatively self-sufficient. We still need to make a bow, but we've got everything in the works. But if you make one mistake, everything can change. Just like a snap of the fingers. Much less forgiving than obviously the easier difficulty levels. It's I feel like I'm always walking with a torch to keep wildlife from sneaking up on me and ambushing me, especially the wolves. Traveling heavy is a risky endeavor because if you encounter a bear, it's much harder to maneuver your way away from him. And then obviously the weather is much more punishing. Certain times of day are better for moving, and the world will continue to get colder as well. So when you think your kit is good, you wait a week or two and then you realize that you're no longer warm outside and it's because the temperature is dropping. I don't know exactly like what the decay ratio is for the temperature. Something's up here. But I think it does eventually hit like a maximum. It doesn't perpetually get colder. I think it will continue to get colder through our first 30 days here though. I don't think we're gonna hit that point. I have one other Interloper run that's ongoing that I'll share with you guys eventually if and when we can accomplish these little challenges. But that character is through day 100 and I think the temperature has stabilized. And it's cold. Can't really walk without doing the things that are necessary to warm up along the way. Drinking tea and making fires, and you almost absolutely need coal because an outdoor fire with just sticks and cedar doesn't keep you warm. I think we've already been in here, but since it doesn't have anything on the door, I'm going to double check. Junk has not been cleared, so yeah, definitely was worth taking a look. We got ourselves a little bit of food. I just overlooked it because I have been in here. I'm gonna do this, clear the junk. Some people have asked why I go to the inventory to pick a new torch instead of just using the wheel, and the reason for that is that when you use the wheel like this, it gives you your torch with the longest amount of time remaining on it, and I like to use the torches with the least amount of time remaining on them so that I can drop the torches faster, not hold on to the ones that won't last as long. Just a little detail to help manage your carrying weight. So I think this is going to work out well if we can safely make it. Sleep for the night at the train unloading trailer. Getting pretty heavy now. It feels like I'm slowing down. Might drink 1 tea before we make it, but maintaining our warmth pretty well, so we'll sleep for the night, have a little bit of food, and then that'll help us lose some weight as well. And then we'll build a fire with coal and the sticks that we're carrying, and that'll make us lose some weight as well. Maybe boil a little bit of water, but carry like about 2 liters is enough to take us through a good part of the day. Yeah, there's still a long ways to walk. It's like a little too quiet out here. Now we're into the kind of the good torches. 40%. Couldn't ask for a better night to make this walk. I'm not, 100% sure that my decision making was perfect here. 10 arrowheads is not a lot, especially when you're first starting a bow, building your archery. Okay, so I'm starting to get a little bit cold. Let's move one of these over and drink it. I'm going quite a long ways away from my forge and my known materials. I probably could have stuck around and toughed it out in here in Coastal Highway, but it's kind of better to keep moving, even if it's not ideal circumstances. I think I'm gonna just ask this wolf to go away. Something tells me he's gonna pursue us for the rest of our walk. Pop into this trailer. Not sure if we've been over here yet or not. I think we did. There's some mushrooms to pick up. And we can maybe stop and warm up for a second. Now that I have the insulated flask, I'm just gonna kind of keep enough tea on hand to keep it full, and that way I'll always have like kind of the maximum amount of drinks to stay warm the longest. But I have a lot of tea and liquid on my inventory right now, so. Okay, we have not been here. This is good. See if we find anything useful. I want to make it pretty quick because time is a-wasting on the torch. Looks like that's pretty much it. We'll clear the junk and be on our way. Alright. Up we go. Anticipating that wolf to come back and find us. Yeah, this is a longer walk than I had kind of pictured in my head. So it's going to be good to cover this distance in the evening here. If I drink one more tea, might as well do that now. Still have 4 torches, so I got plenty of fire to get me there. We'll make more in the morning. Not really spending a whole lot of time looking at the flanks of the road here. There might be some stuff worth finding down in the woods there, but we've got a pretty good inventory right now. I'm also heavy, so might as well leave it in the world so that if I return, the map isn't completely looted. It'll give me some resources to come back to and prevent us from getting too heavy as well. Also save some time. So I don't know about you, but I'm always tempted to like turn over every stone and try to loot, you know, the entire map. It's really hard to focus on a destination from point A to point B when you know there's things on the map that haven't been discovered yet. Just want to go find everything and harvest all the saplings and pluck all the mushrooms and rose hips. Try to get better at that, especially on something's up here. I think it's a hooved animal. Maybe a skittish deer. Yeah. Alright, so this is perfect. We'll sleep here for the night. We'll be warm and rested. Hopefully the weather will behave in the morning. We don't have very far to go to get to Ravine. And there's a couple spots worth checking in Ravine as we pass through because I think you can find a bedroll sometimes in the cave. I'm not 100% sure if that is the case for Interloper, but definitely come across that before. Okay. I'm going to kill the light. I'm going to eat. rest of this tiny, negligent piece of venison, as well as another one. And might as well kill this beef jerky. That leaves us pretty scarce on food once again. That's been the hardest part of this mission. And how many? I drank 2 teas, so we'll be 1 short in the flask, but we should be able to make it to our destination. I'm gonna sleep for 10 hours. I'm gonna sleep for 9 hours. And we're gonna make a little fire in the tunnel, heat everything up, and be on our way. Get full water going. Carrying 42 kilos. Oh, this is interesting. I'll take these. Oh, I forgot to leave my stuff out for the night. To cure. Alright, I'll probably go over here and boil some water to warm up. Just gonna get back in this cave in case the wind picks up. Looks like I've already done this once before. And we're gonna go with a piece of coal. Ooh, it's really cold out here. I might need 2 pieces of coal. Alright, there's the neutral. Nope. Okay. How much water am I holding? Exactly 2, so I probably don't need any water. I'm just gonna harvest these burdock roots so that can not only warm me up a little bit, but give me some food. That was 30 minutes. I gotta check the fire. I didn't look actually. It's an hour. Warming up slowly. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use another piece of coal and just expedite this warming process. 2 pieces of coal usually does the trick for warming you up. Alright, that should be good. Now let's get these teas out. Actually want to make one. Nah, I'm not going to do that right now. I have 6 left. And a coffee. They're all good. It's getting a little windy. I need to make a bunch of torches as well. Have anything else to do here at the fire, so I'm just gonna get torches to the end. fully warm, right? Yep. Oh, this is a lot of torches. This might be too many torches. How many am I carrying? 2, 4, 5. I have 10 torches. We'll be stopping again before that becomes a problem. I don't want to get too heavy. Probably gonna blow out on me right here anyways. I have deer protection. Can't believe I forgot to put those down. I'll never get a bow if I don't remember that. This is life on the move. I like hesitated for a second before I went to bed. I was like, there's something else I should do. Couldn't quite get to it. Look at this guy, he's like stalking me. It's pretty cold out here this morning. I wonder what the weather's going to be like at Ravine. It's been a long time since I've been over there. It's just a transition region, so it's really possible to get lost. But alright, here comes the blizzard. I'm just going to hustle my way out of here. No need to hang out in this weather. Oh, that weather went from bad to worse really quickly. Just heard the wind come in, and then it was like torrential freaking snowstorm. Let's get out of Coastal Highway and see what Ravine is like. Shit, same weather. Well, that puts a damper on the plans, that's for sure. I guess we are a little bit insulated from wildlife, if there's any saving grace to this situation. But, it's not like a short walk, and there's really no shelter to be had. I'll definitely have to stop and make a fire. I want to get across this sketchy part before. This is the scariest part of the game right here. Don't like that at all. These already went cold. Basically just drinking enough to like sustain. Look how fast I'm losing warmth though. I'd love to get to that cave if I can, but it might be too far away. I have the tea to somewhat stay. Warm for now, but they're only lasting about a minute. we'll get a little bit of reprieve in the tunnel here, I think. It's almost worth it to make a fire. I think I will, because that might, we can pass a little bit of time as well. I can drop some of these old torches. Doesn't seem protected from the wind in here, but it says that it is, so let's see what happens. Might be wasting some coal. I don't know if the wind ever rips right through the tunnel or if you're just kind of always protected in here. But we're going to find out, because if nothing else, I need to pass a little bit of time and lose a little bit of weight. Alright, there we go, warm. Going to make some more of these. Boil a little bit of water while I'm at it. And let's get rid of these torches. 2 minutes. Rough day to be walking. Made it across the trestle though, which is the scariest part of this map for me. I think can be a wolf patrolling as well, so we gotta watch out for him. With the weather, he won't be out. But as soon as the wind cuts out, we gotta make sure we have a torch in hand. Alright, I think we have restocked our mushroom tea supply to the best of our ability. Hey, and we got cooking level 3 from it, that's good. I think that makes it so that we don't need tinder anymore. Pretty good cook, figured out some good ways to improvise around the lack of modern utensils and appliances. 15% calories, no calorie loss, cooking time reduced. Oh, it's fire starting that has that. Oh, okay. Alright, how much water do I have? 1.75. Doing okay on everything. I'm gonna heat up these ones. Try to drink those first. And then we'll keep moving. Get this over with. In some ways, moving in a blizzard is to your advantage because the wildlife is gone. But obviously there are some risks associated with walking in this weather. We're pretty well prepared though, so I'm just gonna go for it. I do have a windproof flare if for some reason a wolf does start chasing us. If they ambush me, then I'm kind of fucked. But I'm fairly confident that the wolves go away in a blizzard. I wouldn't want to be out here. Yet here I am. how fast it get cold. I'll hustle across this a little bit. And it's been a long time since I've been over here. I kind of didn't even remember that it was this long. I was hoping I could stop for some shelter. Not even in my wheel. See, there's probably some stuff back there that would be worth grabbing if it wasn't just a horrendous day to be outside. Just try to get this done, you know? Where I go down. Alright, we're making progress. Slowly but surely. It's an annoying place to get stuck. Our last one of these. Man, kind of relentless blizzard. I would have thought it would have cleared up by now. Do anything with that guy. Alright, I think I'm gonna go up and around to the train car. And then I'm gonna come back and try to find the cave. It'll be easier to navigate that way, allow for a little more time for the weather to clear instead of stumbling around in this blizzard trying to find the cave. Basically just hug the left side of the map, but I don't want to miss it. There's also some cattails down here in the creek, and hopefully a little bit of shelter from the wind. Probably go a little bit further down there and find a few more, but we're going to head back up here. Train moving forward. I think the blizzard is subsiding slowly but surely. Alright, this is like all crooked. Can I make a fire in here? No. Valid location. That sucks. Thought I was gonna be able to make a fire. I guess I'll pick that up, but I don't really need it. Alright, well, I guess we're shooting for the cave after all. Blizzard all day. Use all the tea to make this journey. Didn't really recuperate the materials that we used, so that's going to limit our mobility moving forward. I'm going to hang out in this cave for quite a while, though, if I can find it. This is going to be a rough walk right here, because I don't know exactly where I'm going. I don't know if I think it's up here. Running out of tea. I've got the birch bark tea. Oh no, it went cold. Fuck. That's really bad. Now I'm going to take full damage until I find this cave. I'm out of the wind, so I'm not losing warmth rapidly, but I am starting to take some cold damage, and that is a problem. Well, I'm also, all of a sudden, I'm exhausted. Too much sprinting. Okay, I see some saplings that will be useful to us. I see some birch bark, I see some coal, and I see a cave. Salvation. And deer that we might even be able to harvest. Okay. There's the climbing rope to fix for descending to the bottom part. I'm not going to worry about that. And the major bummer about this is that I can't sleep, so I'm going to have to hoof it to the dam. But if this weather would stop, it should be okay. I'm just going to warm up here. It sucked that I drank that tea. It said it was hot, and it didn't warm me at all. So not only did I waste the tea, but I didn't get warmed up. Alright, I'm already warming. Spend 15 minutes to prepare that. I may even make I think I will just make that fresh. And then I can prepare one of these while I wait. I'm going to drink that and try to get that little bit of condition back, because I really don't want to be taking any damage right now. Liter and a half of water. I'll go ahead and boil another. It's been a blizzard all day. to drink this coffee, but it's really not going to help me very much. I want to I'm just going to take it for now. I want to go get some of that birch. Wow, it's just slow now. There's not really a chance to get this deer. I think even if I did a half of a 6 minutes, let's do it. The thing about getting tired is that I'm going to start taking damage. So I have to go. I don't have the time to get this guy. I'm going to cook this piece of meat, and then I got to walk. So I got to cook the meat, heat up my tea. Maybe I can come back here after I ditch some stuff at the dam and sleep for a little bit. I'm gonna hit this coffee so that I can walk at least a little bit. I can't believe the weather is as bad as it is for as long as it has been. So that's gonna take 35 minutes. Is there anything else I can do? Cloth am I holding? Make a bandage. Just warm up a little bit. And I'm just gonna 5 minutes is good. I'm gonna drop this coffee, so it's super hot. I'm gonna drop all of these as well. Wow, there's only 2. Shit. Be drinking birch tea. Alright, see, the coffee doesn't nothing. It's barely benefit. I should probably put the birch tea in there, huh? Because 2 versus 4, even though it's a more valuable resource. Alright. It's gonna be slow going. Blizzard never let up. Hug the wall as long as I can. Try to stay out of the wind. It lasted about 2 seconds. And I do have some sprint. I don't know if that coffee is just gonna maintain my fatigue level right there, or if that's just how much it gave me. But on the bright side, I'm gonna pick up a little bit more birch before we get out of here. And on the very bright side, I now don't have that far to go. Until I'm out of here. Losing warmth rapidly. I did pick up a few pieces of coal along the way, so that was nice to kind of maintain the amount of coal that I'm holding as I use it to navigate this transition. This is a much more epic walk than I was envisioning. I thought we would just kind of hustle over there and be done with it, but this is turning out to be a life-threatening journey. If we do make it out of here alive, though, we did score quite a few resources. I think I need to get up there. Yeah, for sure I do. Probably gonna drink one more tea before I make it out of here. I should do it now while I have it hot. So I think what I'm going to want to do is go straight to the trailers, drop some gear, and like sleep for an hour or two. Oh, relief. Still cold, but I'm going to light a torch right away because I'm heavy, I'm tired. This is a perfect time to die on Interloper when you're like, oh, I'll save the match. No. Guaranteed there'll be a wolf between these trailers if I don't have a torch. If I do have a torch, who knows? But I'm not gonna mess with it. Should be some mushrooms up here on these stumps. Can replenish a couple of our resources. Hey, we made it to Mystery Lake. I was starting to wonder if we were gonna make it. We got pretty exposed. And we used a lot of resources to get here, but I think it'll be worth it in terms of food. We've got the opportunity to fish. We've got the opportunity to get quite a few cattails that are close to shelter. Got the dam, which is a great opportunity to find a bunch of loot, and then we'll most likely keep moving. Might maybe do a circle back to Pleasant Valley. We can continue on to the muskeg if we are able to find another hammer, which I don't know that we will. The torch is going to go out and the wolf's going to show up. Alright. What a walk. Clear the junk, get organized a little bit. Drop the stuff. Fresh, fresh, fresh. Green. Oops. Okay. I'll just leave that stuff here for a little while. Alright. What do we not need? Don't need those. I'm going to hold on to those because those are good. I'm going to hold on to all the food. Don't need the extra. Don't need 3 sewing kits. Don't need that book right now. I'll hold on to these 2 because they can help us with some skills that we're actually going to try to use. Don't need that for now. That stuff can go away. Prepare some acorns for a little bit more food, and we don't need arrowheads in our inventory right now, or simple tools, quality tools. I need to repair those mittens. Did I read that right? Are they in that bad a shape? Yeah, they are. Let's do that right now. Come on, Roxie. Oh my god. 0 for 3. Don't see that very often. Okay. Now it got dark on me. I don't really want to pop another torch just yet because I'm going to sleep for at least a little while. I think there's probably another container in here. But we'll find it a little bit later. We're going to come back to this spot. So let's eat. And it's just now. I think I'll sleep. I think I'm going to sleep for the full 10. And then I'm just going to hustle over to the dam and we'll have like an evening jaunt through the dam. It will be under torchlight anyway, so it doesn't really matter what time it is. And then hopefully we can get our cycle back on to be awake near the afternoon when it's warmer to walk around. Alright. Away we go. Oh man. Should have walked outside before I tried the torch. I don't know if this keeps the wolves away, but I always close that behind me when I'm going into the dam. Sometimes there's stuff over here. Not today. Just gonna get there. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is work my way from upstairs to down, and I'm going to save the lower dam until I find the memento hint so that we can go up and get the lockbox without having to backtrack through empty containers. Keep that unsearched for now. I don't know where that memento hint is, but we'll find it and we'll come back. Clearing junk. Okay. Festive sweater. Double festive sweaters. Nice find. Alright, so I'm gonna go all the way back and then come back around. Actually going to take one of those. Those will prove to be useful later on. Might not get there with Roxie, but got lots of sewing kits all of a sudden. Lots of sneaky stuff hiding here. It's from previous experience. Like, you really gotta look closely under desks and drawers and stuff that kind of can hide some stuff on you up here. It's also a damn mess, but that's a project for another time. Finding anything of really significant value up here. A couple little pieces of food. Better than nothing. I'm not sure about the tea. I don't know if it really does anything. It doesn't warm you up very much as a hot drink. And in terms of rest, we don't really have enough overall condition for it to matter. We're kind of in like a accept no damage kind of scenario, so tea is not particularly useful to us, and honestly, like, I don't really see the effect of it on like a full health run either. It's also possible that I just haven't been paying that much attention, but... Alright, I think we did a pretty good job up here. I'm sure I missed something. If you see anything, leave me a note. I'll go back and get it. Now we'll work our way back from here, which is a couple of trash cans and some toilet water. No tank on these toilets, so you're just going straight from the bowl, but somehow that's potable water. Almost looked like there's something behind there, didn't it? Okay. Just hoping for something like good, but it's all pretty marginal. I don't know what I was expecting, but oh, these are those cool posters. I'm gonna go hang those up in the front of the dam just to have them. Show them to you here in a sec if you haven't seen them already. They're like travel posters for the regions. I don't know if there's a whole set, but there's always one or two in the dam here, and I think I found one at Broken Railroad. Definitely have never found the whole set. I don't know if there's anything under these boxes. Let's take a quick look. Alright. The labyrinth that is Carter Dam. A lot of empty drawers. I don't know that I need all this newspaper, but I sure have a lot of it. Okay. Kind of looks like something could be hiding back there. I don't really see anything. Alright. There's a safe to crack in here. We'll do that on our way out. There's the safe. Books and newspapers is the name of the game. Alright, so I'm going to take this with me. We'll bring it to the front of the dam. We'll work on this a little bit later. Using up our torches, we're going to need to make a fire. So I think I will go down downstairs, but I'm not going to go through the door. I'm just gonna grab the stuff that I can find in the big open room. And then I'm gonna bring the fire barrel back upstairs. And kind of get sorted out from there. It's now morning. And I'm gonna need food in order to sustain myself here at Mystery Lake. I've picked up a few items, but definitely not enough to have any comfortable longevity to look forward to. That's the way down. Let's see, I think I want to go over here. Looks like it could be a dangerous place to be within Aurora. Lots of wires on the ground. I think I end up going that way. There's like an end of the road over here. Flare, that's useful. That's it though. I haven't come across any matches in a while either. I should probably look and see how many of those I have left, because running out of fire could be a bummer. This is always interesting to me. This snow hill is like the end of the line. Can't go over there. Alright, I'm down to 2 torches after this one. Make sure I make a fire. Should have plenty of time. I always thought that there might be something over here, but I've never found anything. You can also look, you can like pop across these barrels and look in there, but there's nothing there. It just kind of guides you there, but there's really nothing. Okay, I need the fire barrel. I didn't have anything. He's not holding anything. Just lugging a 55-gallon barrel up the stairs. No big deal for Roxie. Did I look in these? Yeah. Oh, it's the next little room over. Make ourselves a little zone. Check out the last of the upper dam. Lantern fuel is good. Alright. I don't think there's any sort of a bed in here, otherwise it would be a great place to post up and... Hey, speak of matches. And call a base here at Mystery Lake, but I don't have any means of sleeping, so I have to move along. I do want to crack this safe, and I think I'll start a fire while I do that, so that I can make a few more torches before I get out of here and heat up my tea, drop some weight at our trailer, and then probably leave that stuff. We'll go double check and see where it's all at, but then leave that there and go down to the camp office. Alright, what do I need to do? We have water? Lots of water. Okay. Let's work on this. Oh, it's like 6. Five and a half. 6:48. Oh, I didn't think that was gonna work. Thought I had to go all the way around. 6:48. Wow, that was a book. Must be a good one. Alright, I don't think I looked in this drawer. Grab a torch. I hope I didn't just burn the book that was locked in the safe without reading the title. I forgot to mention earlier, but there's some cool stuff you can do with the disc and the broom for safe house customization. If you're relatively new to the game, you might not know the tricks. If you've been playing for a while, I'm sure you do. There's some videos out there that have some masters of the craft, so I won't even pretend to be an expert, but there's a couple cool things I know how to do. And it's definitely a fun way to oh, I took those out of the flask. I was like, where did those go? Alright, so I think actually what I want to do here is first of all harvest all these torches. Get that out of my inventory. Need to make sure I make a few torches. I might just put a piece of coal on here so I can drop some sticks since I don't have to worry about being warm. And then I'm going to make a few more of these mushrooms, but I give myself almost an hour. Okay, so we will now make 2 of these. Minutes. Prepare our birch. That's done. That's done. Do I have more? I have 1. Might as well make that. Still only 2. I need to find some more mushrooms because those are the ones I like to use for the tea. We'll drop these. I have 3. Can make some birch tea as well. It's all warmed up. Alright, I do have 4 of them. And I might as well... No, I'm not going to make it right now. Let's really keep moving. Let's do the rest of the sticks. And take some torches with us. I didn't loot that other trailer, so I need to make sure I do that as well. Gotta get one more. Those are empty, that's empty. Upper dam is pretty well looted. Let's get out of here. Let's get some good weather. Come on. Good enough. Losing warmth rapidly, but good enough. I think I'll take the river down to the camp office. It's going to cost some resources, but we're going to get quite a few cattails along the way. Pry bars are plentiful all of a sudden. Should pop into this truck too and see if there's a chance get a note. Hey, look at that. That's just the cave to Mountain Town. So we can go back across the ravine, which is a longer walk than I remembered, to get to Coastal Highway. We can go through the Carter Dam. And then through the winding river transition region back to Pleasant Valley. Or we can take that cave that we just got a hint on to Mountain Town. And I think that might be the move, just to see something new. There's a lot of houses there, potential for getting some clothing and some food. Also kind of an urban environment to get a little bit of hunting done. And then being able to seek shelter before getting too cold. We'll see what happens here at Mystery Lake. I'm not in a hurry to get out of here, but I am going to be running out of food. And that has been constant. How are my maple saplings? Did I reach any of those? 39%. They're all... Oops. I'll let my torch go out. Let's eat some food. I'm gonna be like out of food after today. I really need to get it together. I'll be picking up some cattails, but I really need like a score. I wonder if I can corral a deer into a wolf. That might be the best way to... Alright, I have 5 pieces of tinder. Matches are not an issue. I don't need that book. I don't need that book. I'm going to carry the rest. I should probably have a little more tinder on hand. Half a kilo there. How's my lantern. We'll go ahead and refill that, and then maybe leave some of this lantern fuel behind. Leave the good one behind. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, that, or that. Lots of torches. Oh yeah, and our decorations. I'll show you these real quick if you haven't seen them. We got our Mystery Lake one and Coastal Highway. I think those are super cool. Okay, that gut's 90% cured. I'm gonna have to come back up here anyways. This is gonna take a day or two at least. So off we go. And I should have a torch in my hands. I'm going to start by dropping down over here. And then I'm going to work my way back along the creek. So there is a deer there. I'm going to need to use a coal to get him, but this could be a good place. Let's see how much meat he has on him. Where'd he go? He's there. He's kind of tucked behind this tree. It could work. Okay. Let's try it. Because then I can have this fire to run back to if the weather doesn't pick up, which it probably will. While the deer cooks, I might even be able to get his hide and his guts, bring it back to the trailer. Is one going to do it? -9, I think it will. Double check that. Yep, I'm warm. 4 minutes. Sure. And it's weird. It takes more time for the, I guess it was slightly more weight. Alright, those are going to cook up pretty quick. Alright, so I've got 44 minutes. Thought I saw a feather over here. How much time do I have on the fire? An hour. And I'm kind of warm. Okay. I'm going to try to do this without drinking any tea. I might just end up being up here for another night. Which is fine. We're not in a hurry. We're just trying to recover. about as far as I'm going to be able to go. Back to the fire. Nice, I made it. Okay, 10 minutes. I can do something in 10 minutes. $41 and 11 minutes. I'll do one gut with the knife, 15 minutes. Okay, that's done. Still have 25 minutes of fire. Let's go ahead and do another coal. And I'll cook a couple of these rosehip teas. Now those only take like 15 minutes, so maybe the other gut. That'll get me fully warm. Come back for the hide after our next little cattail recon. Got an hour. Leave the guts so that I don't smell. Alright. Some more mushrooms. You just gotta take it slow and steady, you know? Like, don't get too excited. I was gonna run down to the camp office and you're like thinking about the next like safe location, but it can actually be more dangerous to try to get there and just slow everything down and absorb your surroundings. We ended up with quite a fortuitous little afternoon here under the bridge. Lots of cattails, scored some deer meat, and we're just taking it slow and steady. And now we're only slowly losing warmth, so we kind of made it to the golden hour of the afternoon where it's safe. It's weird to be outside. Probably got to get back there pretty soon. Go. See if there's a logical place to stop moving forward. Get this one and come back. Oh, they just keep going though. It's alright. When we continue walking, we'll know there's more to be had. I want to go check on my stuff though and take that deer hide while I'm at it. Get ourselves some deerskin boots or pants, depending on, I can't remember what I'm wearing. If I have the combat pants, then those are, I think, the best pants you can get. I think they're better than even the deer pants. How do we do? Ah, how's that for timing? 2 minutes until boiled. And we got 31 minutes on the fire. Depending on how long this hide takes, I might drop the tea and 40 minutes. Okay. That sucks. It's like an in-between. I think it's worth it to take it though. No tool it is. Alright, so I got that. And 19 minutes should be perfect to drop the tea. And I can probably make one more rosehip tea while I'm at it. Are these all cooking? No, this one's not. Why am I so sideways? Okay. The weather's coming in. I'm gonna go for it anyways though. Oh shit, I want a torch. Can I get a torch? If I put one more stick in there, I can steal one. Alright. We did everything that we could have done there as efficiently as it could have been done. So I'm gonna go back up to the trailer, drop these, oh, it's windy now. Drop the hide, and I did pick up the guts, right? Yep. And then we're gonna walk down to camp office this evening. If the weather will hold out for us. I need to pick up some sticks along the way in case I need to make a fire. I think I'm being fairly responsible with the coal. I'm definitely using it a little bit liberally. But that's why I brought it with me. I'm not really saving it for forging at this point. I'm just saving it so that I can use it to maintain a warm fire when I'm outdoors. Right. Problem is I'm almost tired. It'd almost be worth it to nap, but I think I'm just gonna go for it. Those are only like halfway there. Drop those and this, and off we go. This is another one of those walks that's like longer than you want it to be. But this is about as perfect as a time as we get to do it, so even though I'm tired, I'm gonna send it because tomorrow morning it'll be cold. And right now it's a little windy, but the torch is staying lit. Once I get down into the riverbed, I should be able to maintain the torch at least all the way out to the ice. And hopefully can make an uneventful arrival into the camp office, where I'm really hoping there is a bedroll. That's kind of like my main goal for being here. Not that it really matters too much, obviously, as you've seen, but it's nice if you're like if we were, if we had had a bedroll in that cave in the ravine, it would have been a much nicer day. We could have stayed warm by a fire, slept in that cave, had a lot of energy to kind of explore the forest and try to find some more birch and maybe harvest that animal, as well as not have compromised our carry capacity so much, slogging back up to the railroad tracks where we inevitably used a lot of resources to stay warm. So bedroll is not, I wouldn't say it's a requirement for survival on Interloper, but it's more than a luxury. It has definitely some functional value to hold in your pack as you're, especially if you're going to be moving from region to region. If you are established at a base and you know you're going to stay in, a region for some time, then you can kind of drop it in the cabin or wherever your headquarters is and leave it behind. But I don't know my way around the map well enough to know, like, oh, this cave has a bed in it. This trailer's got a bed. Usually if you can find houses and trailers, you know you're going to be good. But like a region like Forlorn Muskeg, if I was in there without a bedroll, I'd be lost. Hush River Valley. Two pieces of birch up here. I was gonna just see if there's maybe one more, but looks like no. There it is. Alright, so it is getting a little colder. Let's see if any of my tea that is not in the flask is still warm. Nope. I'm gonna drink one of these because we're not there yet. Prevent me from getting hungry. And yeah, that warms me right up. Some sticks over there I could grab, but nothing too valuable. Ooh, I just hit the wind. Try to stay on the side. Stay out of the wind. We've got quite a few cattails out of the top portion of the river there. I think we at least have a couple of days of calories at this point. We'll get to camp office and do a little inventory on what we've got. Probably wrap it up for the day. Double check on where we are in our progress for recovery. I think we still have quite a bit of time. It's not over yet. We're doing pretty well. Playing definitely the responsible interloper, traveling with torch, staying warm, not taking a lot of damage on our condition. But as I said earlier, one mistake away from everything changing. Like, even if we got attacked by like a wolf or a bear, or a moose or a bear, a wolf would probably kill us. But a moose stomp or a bear attack that didn't kill me would be, I mean, it could be essentially like a death sentence. Let's eat some of these stupid things. Just hang out for a sec and chomp on some burdock root. I guess these are better to eat because they're heavier to carry. Might as well just go for it. Could chase it with drink a little bit of water. And then I might be able to make it without doing another tea. I'm gonna wait. I'd rather not use the tea. Especially because it's so mild in here right now. Fortunately, I'm tired again, so I'm walking slow. It's a good corner for a wolf to be hiding. See a few more cattails up ahead. I don't think I will explore Mystery Lake proper until after I camp out at the office. I'm tired and heavy, and it's getting late, so we'll leave the cabins, if there are any, for tomorrow. And start the morning with a fire in the camp office to heat up the tea, make sure we've got enough water. And before we go to bed tonight, we'll look at what our inventory is for, mostly for food, but also for the recovery schedule. Still have a little ways to go, but finding a lot of cattails, which is good. I'm going to pick up every single one of them because that is basically my ticket to salvation at this point. I've got to wait at least a few days before I can make a bow. And then I actually have to kill something with it, right? So it's like you have it, but it's not necessarily... I'm not exactly a sharpshooter. I'm gonna have to drink a tea. I hope it doesn't hose me with it being hot, because it's been a little while. Looks like it's pretty good. I could potentially make a fire. Oftentimes there's a carcass up here. If that's here, it might be worth stopping to get it. Or burdock root too. Yeah, there's a deer up there. See, oh no. I waited too long. That's gonna go out. Nope, that was a match. Fuck. Doesn't really matter, but don't like making mistakes. So now, unfortunately, I'm going to take some damage getting home because I'm going to become exhausted. Which not only is going to make for a slow walk, but I'm exposing myself to predators. If this thing has less than 2 kilos of meat, I'm not stopping for it. And it probably will. You know, the energy drinks are kind of underrated, because an energy drink would be a great thing to have right now. It would just allow me to just get that little bit of boost to get where I'm going. I have a lot of stuff to loot here. And I want to get those saplings, but I'm just going to be so heavy and slow. Got half a kilo. I'm not even going to stop. I can come back for it tomorrow if I remember. take these. I only have 10 arrowheads, so this is overkill for what I will need. But if I can keep track of the arrowheads, and I have a backstock of feathers and cured birch sapling, and I can have a continuous supply of new arrows. Problem is when you hit the animal but don't kill it, and then you have to go on the chase to try to track down your ammo. So, alright, now I've become exhausted, so now I need to start keeping an eye on my condition. There's just so much stuff to grab down this river. I don't want to stop. I guess I could come back tomorrow and get the rest of it. I think I'm almost done now, though. Keep an eye on my condition. Looks like it just jumped off of the. Can't even tell if I'm losing anything yet. Alright, so that oak tree up top probably has some acorns, but I'm not going to do that right now. That's a journey that's not worth taking. I'm also almost out of torches. That could be a problem because there might be a bear waiting for us on the ice. And if there is, I could be getting myself in trouble here because I'm not gonna be able to sprint away from him. Definitely keep my distance. I'm gonna leave those cattails over there and just hug right. And we'll get those on the way back up to the trailer by the dam. Alright, so I think I see a wolf on the ice to my left in the distance. I think we're clear of a bear for now. I'm gonna take the cold damage all the way home if I get freezing. Close enough now to where it's worth it to save the tea, and all I'm doing is going to sleep, so can't remember how much lantern fuel I saved, but if I have enough, I might make a torch in addition to the ones that I pull from the fire, just so that I have one that's at 100%. I usually like to have one 100% torch in my pack, so that it's like 3 for 1 compared to what you pull from the fire. But B, when you get to your last torch, you know it's going to be a good one that'll take you the distance. Alright, so I do need to keep an eye on how much damage I'm going to accept here. Because even though I'm planning on being frozen, I want to make sure I can actually make it. Because as you can see, I'm now walking at a snail's pace. I'm exhausted and frozen and very heavy. Although I think the weight is mostly because I'm tired. I'm only 43 kilos. I think 35 is my carry capacity, so yeah, I'm actually pretty heavy as well. And if I can get up the hill, I'm going to let the torch go out as well. I'm going to do one more torch. That's a death wish. Down to the last torch. Okay, so the cold damage appears to be pretty minimal. The fatigue doesn't really seem to be affecting me that much at all, because we've been tired for quite some time. Let me just quickly double check if there's a box back here. There is. We'll grab these. I'll save that one for later if I need it. Alright. It was a bit of a slog, but we made it to the camp office. I'm just going to do a very quick sweep of the house. Clear the junk. Second cooking pot, that's nice. I haven't really needed it yet, but more tea. Alright, upstairs I go. And off to bed. Hey, there's some clothing here. It's a ski jacket, that's usually a pretty good find, and not exactly sure what I'm already wearing. If that's going to be helpful or not. Is that Ava? I think it is. Want to read some fan fiction about the Long Dark, check out Rex Rumpleby and Mayday Media on Substack. Be publishing an adventure story that's very directly related to the Long Dark, as anyone who's an enthusiast of the game will see, and it'll be kind of fun. Alright, let's take a quick look at where we are in terms of surviving. Not sure I ever found that. So let's see, okay. 394 hours to go. That's, I can't do that math in my head. What's like 16 days. And we've been alive for 17, so we are halfway there. We basically just upgraded our jacket. All that does is drop a sprint penalty on us. Okay. Clothing is good. I still want to make those improvised crampons. I keep forgetting about that. Make improvised crampons. Make bow. Make arrows. Make deer skin pants or boots. And what else are we trying to do? Don't starve. You taking any general notes? Yeah, we should make notes for Mystery Lake. We've got the Carter trailer. Has pelts and miscellaneous supplies. And then camp office has saplings and miscellaneous gear, of which is to be determined because we haven't dropped anything yet, but we will. Okay. I think I'll wait to prepare all that until tomorrow just because I'm so tired. 78 cattails, that's what's gonna take us the distance. I'm gonna eat the burdock root tonight just because I always forget about it in the first aid inventory. And I'm just gonna double check that that'll get me through a full night's rest. It absolutely will. So I'll drink some water, call that a wrap for today. Thanks so much for spending your time with me, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode and you're enjoying the series. I'm sure having fun with it. We'll say goodnight to Roxie here. And pick it up in the morning. So for now, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and we'll see you on the next one.